Now there are multiple ways I could solve this equation. I'm going to go through just one of those. I could first subtract 3x from both sides. And I subtract it because that's a positive 3x. When I do that, 5x minus 3x gives me 2x minus 3 equals 3. Now I'm looking saying I want to move my constant that's with my x, so I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Why? Because that's a negative 3 and I want to do the opposite, so they cancel, leave me just with the 2x. 3 plus 3 gives me 6. Now I divide by 2 so that I can get what the value of 1x is, and 1x is 3. And I could plug 3 back in, and I'd have 5 times 3 minus 3, and that gives, and versus 3 times 3 plus 3. 5 times 3 is 15 minus 3. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 3. And if I do that, 15 minus 3 is 12, 9 plus 3 is 12. So checking it shows me it's the correct answer. Here, I have this negative 3x equals negative 6 plus 3x. And I can go several ways here. It's just a matter of what I want to do. I'm going to get all of my x's onto the left-hand side. So I look and say, I have plus 3x, so I'm going to subtract 3x. Now you have to be very careful when you do this. That's negative 3x minus 3x. So that's like I owe $3 and I owe $3 more. So now I owe a total of $6, negative 6x minus 6. So that then when I divide by negative 6, my 6's cancel, and a negative 6 divided by a negative 6 is a positive 1. And again, I can check this out. Negative 3 times 1 equals negative 6 plus 3 times 1. Well, this is negative 3, and this is negative 6 plus 3. Negative 3 equals negative 3, so x equals 1 is correct. Now with C, I can go any direction I want as well. So maybe just to show difference, maybe I add 2x to both sides. This leaves me, my 2x's cancel, so I'm left with negative 12 on the left side. Negative 8 plus positive 2 gives me a negative 6x minus 9. Then I want to, again, get my x's by themselves. I want to add a positive 9 to both sides. So now I have that negative 12 plus 9 is negative 3 equals negative 6x. When I divide by that negative 6, my negative 6's cancel with my x. So then negative 3 divided by negative 6 is 1/2. And if I plug in a half, negative 2 times a half minus 12 equals negative 8 times a half minus 9. This is negative 1 minus 12, and this is negative 4 minus 9. That's negative 13 equals negative 13, so x is 1/2. And finally here, I have where I can either, again, shift the variables either way I want. I'll add 8x to both sides, again, to show that I can move my variable to the right-hand side. My 8x's cancel. I'm left with 15. Negative 4 plus positive 8 gives me 4x minus 13. Now I'm going to add 13 to both sides so that my 13's cancel. This will give me 15 plus 13 is 28. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. My 4's will cancel, leave me with 1x. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So if I do 15 minus 8 times 7 equals negative 4 times 7 minus 13. So here I have 15 minus 56. Here I have negative 28 minus 13. And when I do this, I'll end up with this being negative 41 equals negative 41. So x equals 7.